guys, it's Nik the Booksmith. Welcome back, welcome back. Well, today I'm going to be installing this middle section into the book. And I think I've figured out how I want to do this. We'll see if it works out. I have a piece of the file folder. It is approximately the same height as this green part that we put on last time. And I also have a piece of fabric that I tea stained a million years ago. This is what we are going to do. I need a piece of fabric that is, oh, I guess I should say, the width of this is just shy of the width of the spine. About, I would say, 1/8 of an inch, 3 millimeters less, 3 or 4 millimeters less. So what I'm going to do is I need a piece of fabric that is about 1.5 inches to 2 inches on either side of this spine piece. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down just to do it. Get my trusty piece of plastic sheeting, and I'm just going to use plain old white PVA glue. I think I'll just line it up with this top edge. It's fine. Or at least close enough to it. Alright, so here is this piece, and I'll set it aside for a second because I don't need it right this moment. I marked in here previously. I took my template that I used to mark the 5 holes like we did for these signatures, and I put 2 sets of holes, one on this side of the section, and then the other set of holes is over here in this in front of this signature. So I kind of split the difference and did a set of holes in the front and a set of holes in the back. It's not a huge section, so probably don't need 3, but if you make something like this, and let's say you have a really big hefty thing, maybe you'll want to put 3 sets in there. If you think about it ahead of time, if you're putting signatures like in the center, like this one is right here, you could stitch this signature in at the same time, so you could make a set of 5 holes here. Because what I'm going to be doing is this is going to get sewn to this spine piece all the way through to this back side. You could definitely sew through that and get it all the way through. That makes sense? I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to happen, so I didn't do that, but you are welcome to have more forethought than I do. I want to kind of center this. Just give it a little bit of a mark. Won't matter, it's going to have something sewn on it anyway. Or sewn to it. There we go. That way I can see the center a little easier. I'm going to take my needle and go ahead and poke through all the way through onto this back spine piece. I might start back here and tie it back here just to do it. So I'm going to do it the same way that I tied in the signatures. I'm going to put a little clip on the end so it doesn't roll through. And I want to tighten it up pretty good because I don't want this to be loosey-goosey whatsoever. And then without even cutting that thread, I'm going to go ahead and go in through the middle hole for this next part. And then continue on as planned. And hopefully this way I won't have to thread the needle again. Run that around that middle thread a couple of times. And then I'll tie it off with this other tail. Now for extra security, you can run some glue if you'd like. Find my, got some crazy glue. I will just put a dot on these knots. There we go. Now I can take the paper clips out and trim the tail. And as far as putting it in, I'm going to glue it straight to the spine back here. Go ahead and do. So I'm going to bevel cut these little side flaps so that they're not peeking out when we, or when I, me and the mouse in my pocket, line the inside of these covers. Which I'm not going to do right away because if I want to hide any other flaps underneath them, I will wait until I have to do that. So now that they're beveled, then they won't peek out up here. And now would be a good time if I want to add any little headbands, but now would be the time to do that. I really like this cotton twill tape stuff. And it can peek out over the top if we want it to. You know, me and the mouse in my pocket. Let's see how this looks. Not too shabby. And I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the tail end. Now I can glue this into this back section. Like I said, just going to glue it straight to the back of the spine. I am going to use a hot glue gun because I'm just going to be lazy here. Not even going to lie to you. The hot glue gun is, it sticks really, really fast. And that appeals to me. I'm just going to kind of line this up where I want it and stick a paper clip in there. And then what I shall do is I'm just going to kind of pivot that to the side. And I'm going to run the glue. And then I can place this back. And this is high temp glue, so I've got a second to, you know, maneuver everything around a little bit. And now that that bottom section is secure, then I can run the glue on the side. There we go. Now, that's not going anywhere. I not sure I would use just low temp glue if that's all I had. Probably wouldn't do that. Low temp glue tends to harden or cool, whatever, before you can even get anything maneuvered. And then it just kind of leaves a lumpy mess, at least in my experience with this kind of stuff. And of course you can use any glue you want. I don't, you know, I'm not your mom. You do what you want to do, but I wanted something that was going to last a good long time and dry fast. As far as the fabric flaps go, however, I will use just regular white glue, and I will fold them down onto these back covers. Just making sure it gets glued down into this hinge gap. There we go. Just throw that in there. And then this side. All right. And I'm going to let that dry, because I really shouldn't mess with it while it's still drying anyway. So I realized this was kind of a short one, but very important to get this center section put in before I move on, because I'll be building around that. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking around and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody is having an excellent week, and I will see you really, really soon in the next video. Bye, guys.